Hey, love, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos that are uplifting give you good vibes or inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and needing spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share in the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you hold the power of the dragon, the magic of the phoenix, that is slain by the fire and rebirthed by the pain. I had this post that I found. I was like, dang, I had to put my own positive spin to it. And I was just like, dang, that's deep. That really is deep. And I went ahead and screenshotted different things to make sure I didn't, forget the things that I wanted to say about the symbolism behind the spiritual symbolism behind the dragon, as well as, the phoenix. It says the dragon and the phoenix are the two of the most powerful symbols of success, prosperity, a Chinese mythology, the feng shui. They are considered to be the most ultimate symbol of love, marital joy. The dragon is the yin, while the phoenix is the yang, the perfect balance that is needed in a successful married life. And it can kind of go hand in hand even with the twin flame situation. Is there's always one of your counterparts that has something that you may not be stronger suit that they can match within their suit, and vice versa. And it says the dragon and the phoenix are often related to each other, and both are related to the sun god because of their connection to fire. It is not uncommon to see fire as the color element on the kind of tattoo, or fire being in the major element of the lives of these two creatures. And it's very beautiful. You have gone through so many different things in your life. It's a blessing. I mean, there's people I've talked to that did not go through a whole traumatic experience in their upbringing. They had a very nurturing family. They had that support, and that's a beautiful blessing. And I send more extra blessings towards them as well. But I also can truly relate towards the things where you have had traumatic experiences in your life. Not saying the people that didn't feel that they're not strong. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it gives you a different aspect of your life when you have gone through a long line of tragic experience within your life, especially traumatic experiences in your life. And it's just like sometimes those hardcore experiences can make you very hard, place walls of trust issues. I've been like that. I've looked at so many different things in my life. It was a shock to be able to, come into that clarity that I needed. That was hard for me to digest, and that pill of truth. But it allowed me to venture off and create within my own world of my understanding of what I'm, guided from, the spiritual enforcements to what I want to be able to use within projecting my strength upon other people through my life experience of change. It's just a blessing, while I'm doing my videos and my podcasts, as well as that, that people can be with me along my journey as I'm allowing myself to be a part. Well, they're allowing me to be a part of their life, going through their manifestation of of heavy and massive transitioning as they're doing a part of mine. And you're being able to do that. It shows your strength, even through the saddest parts of your life. You have that fire that's burning into you. And a lot of times we don't see that until we get into the midst of that change. It takes a lot of strength for you to be able to make a life that's better suited for you, because sometimes you have probably connected with people that basically made you feel like they embedded that in your brain, that nothing can get better than what you're seeing. This is what you're worthy of. And then when you take that stance within yourself and say, no, I can decide what I'm worthy of, and this is not it. These are those things that gave me that milestone or that stepping stone I had to get to define what my truth is within the prosperity, the blessings that pinnacles I'm trying to reach. And I tell people that all the time. I've been around people that anything I did was like, I try to do things to make myself feel like I was appreciated, or the things that, I tried to prove, to my family. My mom was always that supportive one, but like I've said before, with the experience that we have was very toxic, because I was always having to view her in a negative standpoint of certain things that was the opposite. My mom was always loving and caring, but it was always to be seen as my mom was the villain and my dad was the victim, my adopted father. I no longer call him my adopted father. I always stripped him of that family title, but he was an actual blessing in my life, even though it was a very negative and traumatic experience that he has placed me in through selfless decisions. But I also appreciate him because he showed me he was a blessing in disguise to allow me to reconnect with the person I never knew I could be, or never knew that person that was there and aligned with my truth. It was very tragic for me, but it allowed me to have that power to keep growing, to keep going and growing within my stand of truth, being able to do that. And a lot of times we have gone through our frequent flyer miles of hell, and you come out not smelling like smoke. You don't even, even when you're on fire, remind me the song called Father of the Sun that they used on the show Empire, that Jussie Smollett had sung, and it was featured within Fetty Wap, the rapper. And it was the things that he was talking about. They don't feel what he said, don't feel fire when they all touch you, and you're going through all those different things in your life, knowing that you are so powerful. For a person to go through the things you have gone through and you are still here and you're still in your right mind. You may not look at the world the same after you have gone through the things you're going through, but this is creating the world that you want to see in a positive sense. Because there are so many times people have gone through things, and probably even less than what you have gone through, and took the bad road. I've seen people that can kind of connect with their certain things that I've gone through, and I've seen them, in people's lives that was held accountable, or they felt like they didn't get their way and took people's life out and all those different things. But it was just like, with me facing my truth, I was almost about to go down that route, but God seen something different for my life. He allowed me to make sure, with my loved ones that have passed on, my spiritual guys that was with me, they always like, no, Roslynn, this is not the life for you. We got something created that we want to guide you towards this better. Everything is not what it seems. Even though you've gone through tragic circumstances, don't mean you need to stay in negative circumstances. These are the things that you can make the choice to choose a better way of living. It's easy to fall back in old ways. And I tell people that all the time. Your strength is when you allow yourself to walk away from negativity. You walk away from drama, not allowing your pride to be able to trigger something that's no longer ignited into your life. You put that fire out of being your own enemy. And you're healing that enemy within yourself. People sometimes come approach you from your past, that tries to come at you like that old person, and that old person isn't even there. It's like, yeah, you erase that contents, of topics about me. You approaching me, but you're not knowing the real me. You're not knowing the new me. And when you have been woke with people that are oppressed, that want to stay asleep, and they come to you, and it's like you had that little giggle. I've had it many a times where people try to ignite that within me, and I have to appreciate that, even though I don't like it. and I'm just more true with mine. I tell people real quick, I don't have time to gaslight anybody. If I don't like you and I know I want to make your life a living hell, I'm going to do so, but I'm going to be more honest about it. I'm like, hey, don't turn your back on me. Hey, you better sleep with one eye open, or hey, I'm going to F your whole world up. And it's not even about that type of life anymore, but I was that person. I'll keep it real. I ain't got time for you to guess where I'm fitting you in my life. I'm gonna let you know where you stand with me. But it was with the enemy I had. They tried to throw a rock and hide your hand. I'm the type of person I'll throw a whole brick and stand there and let you know, like, hey, girl, who stood up here and threw that brick? I did. But let me tell you why. I was always that person. But now it's like I don't allow pride to get in my way. There are certain times, somebody will trigger that point, but it's just like it reminds me, you're no longer there. Don't go back to old ways. It's easy to fall back in old ways. That's where your weaknesses lie at. Allow your strengths to move forward for you. Make those strengths and choices that you choose that you weren't choosing before. And these are the experiences you're having that shows you got slain by the fire, but you getting rebirthed by the pain. You had to go through that. A lot of times you don't know your life has to be totally ripped apart for you to find out who you are within those bloodsheds of shreds, in your life. And a lot of time it takes that, that negative incident to be able to see the truth within you that was covered for so long. When I went through my experience and being able to see all these spiritual gifts I've held my whole life, it was very scary to me. And I'm just like, oh my God, and I'm like, what is this? My life is crazy. But it's like the more people I connect with, it's a blessing to be able to connect with other people and be able to give them an insight to let them know, hey, I can be trusted. There's a lot of things that I can tell people about. There's no way that I'd be able to know, but God allowed me to be able to do that, project towards them and and blow their mind. Like, Roslynn, dang, how you know that? It's the gift that I hold, and being able to allow myself to know life only can get better by the choices I choose to make. And that's what God wants you to do. That's what universe wants you to do. You have so much better around the fear when there's so much that is waiting for you past that element of fear, discomfort, uncertainty, doubt, not believing in yourself, not having confidence when you get past that, overcome that uncomfortability of what you fear. Your strength is waiting to introduce you through the front door. Like, hey, I've been waiting for you. Where you been? And it's going to give you that comfort. There's so many times where I've seen when I was able to see the light of truth through tragic experience. I know I had a heavy heart, and it made me cry from the things that I've seen, how I've overcome a lot of things that was sent to break me in so many ways. And it actually did. It broke me away from the things that was illusion for me, and then being able to know I can be able to disconnect from that. And being able to stand strong in my truth. That is a beautiful feeling to have, because there's a lot of times, we will believe, when you have heard something for so long, you tend to believe that when it's repeated towards you so long, you don't deserve happiness. This is only life that you able to have. Nothing ain't better for you than what you're standing out right here. And it's just like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. When you a lot of times you got to show can't to say you can. You got to prove to can't to know you can. And that's what they want you to be able to do. And these are the things that you had to go through to be able to face what we choose to run away from. It's like the devil always wants you to feel like God is, slacking on you. Even though he's the slacker, he wants to be able to show you of what things you can do to be able to sell your soul, or what do you need to do to allow yourself to not let him control your life instead of you control your life. And that's where the standpoint is of where the fork in the road is. You're going to get towards that point if you haven't got to it already. Are you comfortable where you are at? Where are you manipulating? Your mind is being manipulated by things that you have came accustomed to, or you want to come towards a new path of life that has intimate, infinite. That's why I'm an intimate and infinite love, and infinite love that's coming into your life that you deserve, that's been waiting for you because of all the sadness you have gone through in life. You had to go through a powerful death to come back in a massive, evolutionary rebirth. And that's what we're all going through. You feel it within your body, all the changes that you're going through. You can't tolerate the things that you were tolerating before. When you honor yourself, when somebody disrespects that, you're not allowing yourself to engage in that. You're not allowing yourself to entertain. Anytime somebody want to pull that trigger out of you, you got to remind exactly where you're trying to go to. That trigger can't no longer exist for where you got to go to. You can't pick up one thing without letting go of the other one. And that's what they want you to be able to learn. That's what they want you to be able to accept within that. Because it's like a lot of times you're being triggered by other people and their influence of their faults, their flaws, their wounds, their character of what they want to show you. They want to be able to bring you down with them. I tell anybody, if somebody ain't got nothing to lose, will do anything in their power to make sure you lose everything that you worked hard for. Allow yourself to choose wisely. You have to be able to do that, because it's like you got the keys to the kingdom. You have to be able to allow yourself to know you're going towards bigger and better. And if you weren't about to go towards bigger and better, you wouldn't be having as many hard times as you have right now. You have gone through so many trips of hell, but yet you still got your wings. You may not see them, there's always still there. And these are the things that's opening your life to a better reality, a new reality, the truth of your reality. We've been distracted by illusion for so long, and when we allowed ourselves to get uncomfortable, to challenge our own change, and be able to say, you know what, I got this. Or even if there are certain things that made me fall back to my old ways, I'm allowing myself to use that as a prime example. I'm gonna heal that. If that trigger is still there, I'm allowing myself to distinguish that, because it's no longer needed in my life. I own my strength. I can command my strength. God is the one who, orchestrates all this stuff for me to be able to be who I am. And that's who he is with all of us. But there's a lot of times that people don't choose to do that. They make their choices that, they always have to have a balance. When there's good coming out in somebody else, there's certain evil that's still disrupting in somebody, and they got to use that. There is always the light. They always want us to be able to, nurture our darkness so we can be able to stand strong in our light. You can't have one without the other. A lot of times we want to curve and ignore the things that was wounded before, or the things that hurt us, or the things that holds heavy emotion. But you have to be able to face that. If you want to be solid in what you're growing within yourself, you have to be accepting of that one, but also heal with that one there, so you can be able to stand forth within this one. And that makes you a lot more stronger, because you know where you've been and you know where you're trying to be. And then when anything that tries to contradict that, you won't fall for that okie doke anymore, because you already know where you've been at and you know where you're trying to be. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Like I said, let me see, what time is it? Yeah, less than an hour from now, I'll be doing my live chat. So I hope to be able to connect with you all. And I've been having a good positive, a couple of chats that I've been connecting with. We have good laughs. We talk about different things that's taking place in our life, or different things that they may want me to talk about on different topics. Like I said, I even tell people, hey, drop a comment on certain things that you may want me to talk about within the live chat that y'all connect with me with. And, because you never know. There's a lot of people maybe, suffering from different things that, just not you, and it'll be good for them to be able to get the answer. So I always tell people, hey, drop that line, drop me a topic that you want me to talk about, and, I'll be glad to talk about it. But I leave all my contact information in the description box below, as well as my link to my podcast, my Heyokas podcast as well, in case you want to, dabble in that as well. And I would love to give a post notification shout out to Casper, much love to you. Angel Party, as well as Tracy Burgess and Stacy M and Brandy Harper and Tyra Lover 941, as well as Gina Serta and our lifelessness, much love as well. And I will see y'all on my videos. I won't see y'all see me. But drop a line. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. And whatever you discuss with me, you know, like I said, I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. Whatever you discuss with me is confidential. I try my best to help people out from my experiences or the insight that universe gives me to give to you. Or I try to find the information to give you a deeper understanding about your life of purpose and your purpose of mission as well. You know, whatever you're trying to manifest in your life, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined and comes sooner than you expected it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take you a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.